This sports segment of Naperville News 17 is brought to you by Naperville Bank and Trust.
Of all the teams left standing in the IHSA playoffs, Waubonsee Valley was probably the least likely of the bunch. Yet Marist awaited on a snowy, bitter mid-November gridiron, ready to battle it out for a trip to the 8A state championship. Did I mention it was snowy? Game time pushed back for the Plows to make their way through. Once they got going, it was Marist jumping on top, Brennan Skalitsky honing in on Liam Kiefer. Touchdown! Or was it? Waubonsee, not known as a throwing team, but don't tell that to Jack Conley, who heaves it up to Charles Robinson. He does the rest of the work. 52-yard strike. That's the NSW play of the week. Skalitsky too much, though, somehow warming up as the night goes on. Once again, finding Kiefer. This time, he's a little bit more open. Late second half, Conley trying to bring the Warriors back, but Marist is simply too much. Waubonsee's magical run ends in the semifinals with a 31-16 loss. Going from the icy outdoors to the balmy swimming pool at New Trier, there's just no middle ground in the winter, is there? Sydney Dussel with one state championship under her belt in dive, looking to outpace a pair of freshmen at the state meet, including the hometown product Jessie Creed. Dussel absolutely nailing her first dive, a reverse 1.5 somersault, 1.5 twist free. That'll torpedo the competition. 2 championships in 3 years. Metea Valley finishes highest among our area schools, buoyed by an 8th place finish from their 400-meter freestyle relay. Mustangs take 10th overall. Still inside, but there's that ice again. Waubonsee taking on Neuqua, so you know this is going to be good. We skip a lot of the early action. Neuqua up 5-4, but not for long. Jake Stobart resets the game with his second goal, 5-5. And I hope you didn't pay too much for that hat of yours because it belongs on the ice. Stobart with the hat trick. Waubonsee surges back to win 7-5. The year was 1966. Gas was 32 cents a gallon. Lyndon B. Johnson was the president, and Rick Astley was born. Little did we know we'd be getting rickrolled 50 years later. But also in 1966, Al Carius came to North Central as the men's cross-country coach. Since then, 16 national championships. 50th season for the legendary coach. His team up in Winnicott, Wisconsin, ranked 3rd nationally. Zach Plank gets a good jump off the gun, striding out ahead of his teammates, and that would be significant because 250 meters in, a large pack of runners go down, including a majority of the Cardinals' top 7. Plank running strong, the junior showing up with a 4th place finish. As a team, the Cardinals finished 5th. A disappointment with their pedigree, but 3 of the top 4 were freshmen, setting the Cardinals up well over the next 50 years, or at least the next few. Megan Costanzo representing the women's team as an individual. She placed 81st a year ago. Cut that number in half and you get the seniors finish this year 42nd, even though she was missing her shoe for the second half of the race. Finally, the comforts of a basketball court. North Central hosting the annual tip-off tournament. Season opener for the Cardinals had the 7th-ranked Purple Raiders of Mount Union across the way, but behind the transfer Alex Sorensen's 27 points and 11 rebound effort, the Cardinals win a stunner 83-68. Meanwhile, the women's team picks up where they left off last year, putting up 124 points. That ties the program record. They take down Principia 124-68. Anita Sterling, 20 points and 7 rebounds in the win.